The same Catholic information is purposely mixed with disinformation to screw up the Vatican exposure somewhat. And us people, example is when he claimed the Jesuits created Islam. Wrong, the papacy created Islam. The Jesuits weren't around for another 900 years or so. Islam was out before even the Knights Templar. And then even the Knights of Malta are older than the Knights Templar. Only by Luciferian 5 years, but they're still older. Not many people talk about that. The Templars, the Great Templars are the biggest, the oldest. No, they're not. Rubbish. I'll talk about Jordan Maxwell a little bit later, but not too much on him. He has done a lot of good, and he has helped me out in the past as well. But at the end of the day, he's still an agent. So what about your trip down to Roman Catholic St Edward's Jesuit University, Alex? That reminds me how your stooge opposite buddy Ron Paul was down at Jesuit Military Fortress, Seattle University, back in September 2007. How can anyone claiming to be a Christian enter such a place of Luciferian worship? Whilst on the subject, Alex, right, why don't you explain to your profane sheep or following your piper flute what true Christianity is? You throw your Christianity background around but never explain the big difference between true Christianity, the King James authorised AV 1611 Bible, and the Luciferian false pagan Mithra Catholicism, now using the false Jesuit Douay Bible, D-O-U-A-Y. Explain this one, Alex, and explain all the false Christians sucking up to Rome and shielding its followers from truth. Explain why so-called Christians will no longer expose the Antichristos leadership Pope. All false Christians masquerading as Christians, and some even believe they are Christians. It's that bad now. Again, if we wish to expose the Catholic Church and its false Christianity, then you need to view the whole series of DVDs by Professor Walter J. Veith in his Total Onslaught box set, right? And it's available free to watch on the net, and now you can then start to understand what's going on. So let's listen to what you had to say, Alex Jones, about St Edward's Jesuit University whilst babbling on down there at this military fortress of the Jesuits, and people note how he says he has, quote, a lot of connections to your fine institution, end quote. So here's the audio.
Thanks for having me here. It's great to be visiting all you fellow Austinites. My sister's 15 years younger than me. She actually goes to school here. And Trey back there is the senior, about to graduate, and he runs my Sunday syndicated show at KLVJ 590 from 4 to 6 p.m. So I have a lot of connections to your fine institution here. Fine institution here.
Why, Alex Jones, do you claim the Catholic Church has nothing to do with the Order of the Bavarian Illuminati? Yes, you have said this in the past. We know you've said this, and it can be proven. Why do you ignore Adam Weiser being a Jesuit professor at Ingolstadt Jesuit University in Bavaria, a military fortress? Why do you not understand him being sheep-dipped for his task ahead after 1773, when the Pope suppressed the Society of Jesus, and the Society of Jesus wanted revenge and utilised their lackeys, the Rothschilds? Let's see, Alex, right? You don't like Homeland Security much, do you? So why haven't you exposed our Jesuit volunteer corps, John C. Gannon, fathered Homeland Security, the same Council on Foreign Relations member tied to the Jesuit military fortress, Georgetown University, also an ex-officer of the Maltese CIA for the Maltese British Intelligence Network? What about Knight of Malta and Alberto Gonzales, right? And what about Michael P. Jackson? He's also a Knight of Malta and trained down at the infamous Georgetown University. Why haven't you told your paying viewers this, Alex? So many connections to Jesuit fortresses, and especially that master one, Georgetown University. Let's see what the legendary conspiracy exposer William Cooper had to say about Alex CIA Jones, and note Cooper's information on the Jesuits and his exposure to John Paul II's links with I.G. Farben, and note this real truth-sayer is dead in a bloody wooden box, assassinated, whilst Phony Jones is on Fox News living it up with Maltese funds. Ask yourself how anyone affords $10,000+ a month on servers, for God's sake.
Before we get started, I have to clear up a little discrepancy here. Apparently the other night, or within the last week, because I've been getting a lot of email about this, and I even received one telephone call. Apparently somebody called the Alex Jones broadcast and asked him why he didn't have me on the air, or asked him something about me. Alex Jones said he had me on the air once before, several years ago, and had to cut me off the air because of the foul language that I used. So on the air tonight, I'm going to tell you, Alex Jones, you are a bold-faced, miserable, stinking little coward liar. Now let me say that again so there's no mistake about it. You can all tell Alex Jones that I said this, and I suspect he's listening because he does. Alex Jones, you are a bold-faced, stinking, rotten little coward liar. I was only on the Alex Jones show one time. It was years ago, when I didn't know who he was, when I didn't realize what a liar and a coward and a sensationalist bullshit artist that he is. He was on one little FM station down in Texas. He wasn't on all the stuff that he's on now. And I agreed to be on his broadcast. That's when I was doing guest appearances on broadcasts, years ago. I was not cut off. I did not use any kind of foul language whatsoever. He treated me very well, and I stayed on for the whole show. Some of you in Texas know that that's true because you heard the broadcast and you taped it. Later, when I found out who Alex Jones was and what he was doing to the truth, and what a cowardly liar and sensationalist he really is, every time he called me after that, I have always refused to appear on his broadcast. Absolutely refused to lend him any credibility whatsoever by appearing on his broadcast. And that made him very angry. I've also revealed him for the lying, sensationalist, bullshit artist that he is by every once in a while bringing to your attention the lies and the deceit and the rumors that he spreads over the airwaves that are not good for any of us, and they're not good for the nation. They are especially not good for militia and patriots. The most disgusting broadcast he ever did was on New Year's Eve, the year 2000, the New Year's Eve, 1999, bringing in the year 2000, which he went completely out of his mind and claimed that Russia had launched intercontinental ballistic missiles with multiple warheads at the United States of America, and actually panicked millions of people who were putting their children and their belongings in their cars and heading for the hills. Now, there's lots of things that can be said about me. Nobody needs to lie about me. Sometimes I am irritating. Sometimes I absolutely will not suffer fools and am just as rude as I can be. Nobody has to lie about me, Alex Jones. So I suggest that the next time somebody calls your broadcast and asks them about me, you tell the truth. There's lots of truth that you can tell about me. But don't ever lie on me, buddy, because I'll chop you off at your ankles. I will chew you up. I will spit you out for the lying, stinking, rotten little coward that you are. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say about Mr. Sensationalist, lying, rumor-mongering, bullshit artist, Alex Jones. Good evening. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Cooper.
Hi.
Listen, that Alex Jones interview was directly after you published the Veritas June 26, 1998 issue about the Cooper family being targeted by the feds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
And
back in 1990. So did he kick me off the air?
No, he's a liar, and you've pointed it out, and I heard that interview, and you were nothing but cordial.